You came back. Yay. Sorry we made you wait a week for the rest of this episode. But as we said in episode 1, we won't disappoint.
You are now listening to the Basic and Boujie podcast.
Yeah, what was really happening
was that she was fighting with someone else that we were with at the time, and I was trying to separate them. So from your view, it looked like I was getting my hair pulled, right, but I was trying to separate them.
I turned around just at the moment that you had them separated, but your hair was getting caught in her hand.
But at that point, she was already there running, and what I saw was, oh shit, my sister's fighting. I gotta fight.
Right.
So now it's a whole.
And I don't know where I was.
I don't know. You weren't there, but I don't know. You were probably trying to figure it out. Because at one point we all had to leave, and then they let us back in, and the people that were fighting were gone.
Right.
But I'm like, she started fighting because she thought I was fighting, and I started fighting because I thought she was fighting. And neither one of us. Because at that point I was like, oh, now my sister's fighting.
No.
And then we went back to the party and finished the night away.
We kept it going. Then the let out came and all the guys lined up like they do. Why y'all do that? Why y'all be thirsty like that? That's
waiting. Won't go in the club and buy you. No, you know what it is? They cheap. Because if they go inside, they gotta buy you a drink. But if they wait for you to come outside, you're already inebriated. On somebody else's dollar. Come on down.
Was that our 21st?
No, I think I was like 23. Okay. It was like a stupid number.
We had like a table, bottles. We've been doing bottles for a while.
We started bottle service.
We definitely had a table.
No, because my 21st birthday, I didn't make it past midnight.
No, we did not make it past midnight for Melanie's 21st birthday. I celebrated her 21st birthday like it was my 21st birthday. Yep. Yeah, what was it? $1? Was it Incredible Hulks? Or it was like Obama something drink?
No, I know that we went to, was it Third Elements?
Something else.
Was that the name of the bar?
Oh my God.
Right. So we went to, so you know we're in the heart of North Philly. Third Elements, my girlfriend was a bartender there, and I said, it's my 21st birthday, and that was it. That was all I remember. Yep. Everything else went black.
It's like give her everything.
Right, she was a bartender, and everybody was like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, whatever you're buying.
We got in the car to leave. And
that was my first blackout.
Wait, what year was this?
It was 2009 because I turned 21 in 2009. Yeah.
I didn't spend your 21st birthday with you.
No, Johnny wasn't there.
No, she wasn't there.
I was in Arizona.
Me, you. Yep. Oh. It was me, you, Tasha, Lean.
Yeah, I didn't remember who the other people was. I just remembered you and me from
it was a couple. It was a couple of us. I don't know even who took us back home.
I don't know who was driving.
Somebody dropped us off home. Somehow we got in the house.
Opening the car door, throwing up. And then getting home, and I woke up naked.
Yeah. Shout out to Tiffany, our cousin, because I was pinned into my dress. I remember being pinned into my dress, but somehow I woke up naked. So she took the time to undo all those things.
Because she was not of age to go drinking and none of that stuff. So
we woke up, there was buckets next to us, water. She took such good care of us.
Yeah. Within a few hours, like late into the morning, maybe early afternoon, you were up. Mm-hmm. Me?
No, you were out for the count. Every time you moved, you were like,
5 o'clock in the evening, I roll over from my right to my left, and I'm throwing up bile because there's nothing on my stomach. If I drank water, it was coming up. Finally, someone went and got me some soup from Tierras.
I was about to say, with the cola champagne.
Soup from Tierras will cure all hangovers.
Oh my God, everything. And threw that up too, and I was just like, and then I could hear them talking shit about me downstairs.
Pa eso, baby!
Like, alright, I'm getting my ass up off this bed.
I gotta talk shit about me. Because not like you were old. If I turned 20 when you were 27, 28.
I was still in my 20s. Like, how? Like, just, because I'm not a big drinker.
We mixed everything and anything.
Yeah, we were rookies.
Sounds like a great time.
It was.
Fantastic.
It made for a good story.
Took me a while to drink again after that, but
for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Hypnotic since that day though.
Oh, you can't drink Hypnotic anymore. Do
they still sell that?
Not cool. Yeah, they still sell it.
That's like on the shelf next to Alizé. No one drinks that.
Right, no Alizé. No, it's not.
Wait, mind you, I saw someone just recently post up an Alizé bottle.
It must have been a throwback.
Right, when the throwback flashback
We're still
Friday.
drinking that. Grow up.
Oh.
It's like peach schnapps. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
I think we're done.
Are we done?
Yeah,
I could talk.
yeah.
I could talk for hours.
See how comfortable it is when you start? I don't know. Any more stories, tips, tricks for how to handle me? Because, you know, I'm single and I'm on the prowl.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Only the strong survive.
Right.
Only the strong survive.
I agree. There's a lot of stories, a lot of stuff I don't think we even touched surface, really.
I know.
This is just,
This is a 6-part
I had like a list of
This is
like 10
gonna be a
facts of
sequel
things
to
that we
this.
have in common. Like,
We'll invite you back. We'll invite you back.
Well, say a little more. The YouTube channel can keep going.
Oh, yeah.
The podcast will.
They can finish off this episode on YouTube.
all right, so Melanie still has, but at one point we both had together an obsession with The Sims. Sims game.
On PC, don't come with your PlayStation bullshit.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I like it on the computer.
On the PC. And we would pre-order the game. I would take off 1 to 2 days off from work. I took my laptop in the car with me.
When
so
The
that
Sims
we
4
went to
came out,
pick up
I
the
remember.
Sims game, I could start loading it in the car because it took forever to download.
Yeah,
so
she's
much
in the
content.
passenger seat with
The laptop open.
Game time.
And we spent an entire weekend just on the couch.
From like
playing
Thursday to
Sims.
Sunday or Friday to Sunday, something,
Yeah,
something
it
disgusting
was-
like that. I don't know if it's
this was
showered.
pre-kids when I could do shit like that.
It's
Yeah,
like, what are we eating today?
I can't get sucked into
And
The
let's start
Sims
playing.
anymore because it's very, very time consuming.
It is.
But Mel still plays it to this day. But yeah, we took The Sims very, very seriously. Yes, but it was when a new Sims came out or an expansion pack came out, we got the guides and all.
Oh my
that
god,
stuff.
yeah, I used to buy the book.
Oh my
such a
god,
nerd.
such a waste of money.
Yeah, because now I don't even think they sell those books anymore.
Nobody does that. All those cheat
I think I
codes.
played The Sims once, and it's like hours. Like all of a sudden, it's like hours, and it's dark outside.
Yep.
I'm like,
What
day
happened?
is it right
Yeah.
now? And then I had a thief come in, and I was done. I was like, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, no, stop.
I done built this house, and now
He
they're
broke into
broken.
my house. I was like, I'm not playing no more.
I remember. Oh my god.
This is not fun.
Melanie used to build pools. So I used to kill people on The Sims when I didn't want to mess with their character anymore. And make them drown. So there was 2 ways I would kill people. I would either build a room with a door and let them in the room and then delete the door. So then they would just die eventually. Or put them in a pool and then delete the steps. So then they would just drown eventually. I no longer had a need for those characters. And they were taking too long to age. So they had to go.
Oh my god, terrible.
I think I like that game so much because you control everything and it helps me with my control issues.
Yeah, see now.
I could build the life that I want.
Between building your character and then building your home, forget it. It just takes way
It takes
too long.
hours.
And going to work.
Yeah,
Who
before
needs
you
that?
It was literally a day of my life.
it's
Every
just
day.
decorating and designing and then
Gameplay.
finally get to play.
And now there's a whole nother world of mods and stuff. I got drug dealers in my game now. It goes
Oh
down.
my God.
It's like a mob.
Listen, when you tell me people having sex on the game, I'm like,
You're right.
Wicked whims.
that's changed.
Yeah, it's real explicit now. It's real grown up.
So is this on like an app now?
They do have the app. The
They
app
have it.
version is
It's
terrible.
awful.
If you're not playing it on the computer, it's not worth playing.
I played it on the app. I was over it.
I bought a laptop specifically to play The
She
Sims.
bought a
That's
gaming
how. That's how.
laptop.
And this is not 5 years ago. This was last year. This is how I justified it. If you can pay $500, $600, $700 for a PlayStation or Xbox or whatever to play your game, why can't I buy a laptop for my game? It costs the same amount. I don't put nothing else on there. It's all game stuff. So if it crashes and burns, it crashes and burns. But I get to play my Sims.
There you go.
Para eso trabaja.
Let's see. For those interested in dating my sister, she's low-key OCD.
Yes, which I was very surprised today going into her room.
Yeah. My room is a mess right now. She was like, Melanie?
Yes. That was
It's a
one of
mess.
the pet peeve thing I had was She's very organized, and she doesn't like. You gotta have your shit together. When I say like have your shit together, not like just literally know like what you have going on in your life, but you need to know what we're gonna be doing. Yeah. Don't say like
don't come with no half-ass plans.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell a story. Actually, I'm single and I'm gonna keep saying. I posted something that somebody that I'm dating did for me that was very nice. And the men's, they were upset.
This is recent. Okay.
Yeah, this was like last weekend.
I feel like men think they're entitled.
Right.
It's almost
And
like
I'm
going to the club and they buy you a drink and they
like
gotta
you're
follow you
mine
the rest of the night.
The whole night.
Yes.
Like, you bought me it's $2 Corona night, sir. It wasn't a big deal. Like, no.
You want the $2?
Right.
But the men's were upset.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them, like, I went back and forth with a couple of them, but I ended every conversation with, yes, this man got my time because he made a plan. It wasn't like, hey, you want to go out? Or where you want to go? Or what you want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Figure it the fuck out. Tell me when to be ready. That's it. If I'm gonna plan it myself, I could just say, Jody, you want to go out?
Right.
Josh, you want to go out? That's the difference between going out with a man and with your girlfriends. With my girlfriends, I'll plan everything. I don't care. But with a man, take charge and do it. Be a man.
Right. Because at the end of the day, once he got you, you're gonna be in planning almost everything after that.
Right. Pretty much.
Exactly.
If you got Tyrese problems, aka I ain't had no daddy and I don't know how to live, don't come over here.
Right.
I'm 40 years old, but I ain't had no daddy and I don't know how to be a gentleman. Unacceptable.
I agree.
Melanie also makes up her own language.
I do. Melanese?
She speaks Melanese.
I do.
You have to learn her languages.
You'll learn.
This has been like, this just hasn't just started. Like, this has been since we were kids.
Yeah.
Because we had our own number language.
Yeah. I
And
mean, we would go.
words.
I think the last time we used it was in front of some guys. You know, our numbers 753, whatever we were making a whole sentence. And they started talking in pit lane because they were like, "Well, I don't know what you guys talking about." The girls talking about.
Okay.
So
I think we tried to learn after that. It was like, oh, fuck, we got our own language. We couldn't learn a new language, so we made it our own. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
She has an obsession. We both have an obsession with The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Talked about that last
I know.
week.
I'm gonna take a picture of that so I can put it in here because that's what's hanging on my couch.
Yeah.
Rick
so
Grimes.
We not only do we watch The
that's what
Walking
that
Dead, but then we watch the show that comes after Talking Dead, where we talk about the previous episode
That we just watched.
that we just watched.
2 hours of my life.
I
I'm
felt
never
like
getting
my husband asked me about that, and I felt very much judged. She's like, "So you're gonna watch a show about a show you just watched? Shut the fuck up."
Right. I don't like that tone.
I don't like your tone
I
at
don't
all.
like the tone.
I thoroughly enjoy this show. Talking Dead is just as entertaining as
Yes, it
Walking
is.
Dead. Don't judge me,
It talks about the stuff that we missed.
okay?
And there's
You
like
just
secret
watched a goddamn
messages.
basketball game, but now you gotta watch the press conference.
Right?
Get
The
fuck out my face.
commentators. Isn't they the same shit?
Oh,
Same thing.
yeah, pretty
Same
much.
shit.
same.
Okay. With Walking Dead. She sings everything.
I do. Especially when I'm about to eat.
I just found that out.
Like, the food is coming.
Yeah,
With a little shimmy. Yes, food.
Yes.
but that's something that we both do, and now your niece also does.
Good job, Layla.
Layla sings everything.
Strong work.
She sings everything. Melanie was my support person during my last delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the first person to see my second daughter.
That's why
She
she's
is a
crazy
pack
like
rat.
me.
She's a pack rat.
I am.
She saves everything. She never throws anything away. How long you had this?
This is new.
Okay.
Judge your mother. Everything I have on is new, actually.
That's me. Yeah, me too, with the exception of this right here. Everything. But yeah, we have trouble throwing things away, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. This is the wrapper from the first piece of gum that my ex-boyfriend gave me.
Actually, I think this shirt is probably almost 10 years old.
Is it?
Yeah, right before I walked out the door, I looked in the mirror and I had a jacket on, and it's this just like Chinese print, gorgeous red coat with gold and green and all that. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly, because I couldn't wait to steal that jacket out of your closet, and I never got a chance.
I had this jacket for minimum 15 years.
It's a beautiful jacket.
I'm not wearing this today. So
It's
I
beautiful.
put this on instead. But yeah, I absolutely, I had this outfit planned for a week. I couldn't wait to wear the jacket, and I put it on, and I'm like,
Nah.
sis, it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go.
Never. Anything else? Any
I love how
warning
Jamie has
labels?
these notes.
I know.
I said, listen. I didn't want to embarrass
took this
myself
very
on
serious.
here. I took it very seriously. I had complete fucking anxiety this morning when I woke up.
That was
I
last
was
week.
worried as hell.
Last week it was like,
and rest in peace to Gizmo.
Oh, my Gizzy.
sister's first dog.
mm-hmm.
But
my baby.
that little son of a bitch ran out the house. You remember he ran out the house and we was haul assing down Roosevelt Boulevard.
Oh my god! To the freaking gas station.
This little what was
Yorkie.
this tiny Yorkie running for his life down Roosevelt
Like
Boulevard,
happy as can be. Hopping.
Roosevelt and F Street.
Up and down.
Just frolicking. It was a Friday night. Everybody was gassing up their car at the gas station on F and the Boulevard, and this massive truck. It looked like one of those like from the monster truck shows. Like it was huge. He got in the car and started to pull off. So imagine this teeny tiny dog and this huge tire, and we're like, stop! And they're like, what the? And somebody said, what is it, a rat? Fuck you! He was so little.
Oh my god.
Poor baby. Oh my god, I really thought Gizmo was gonna die that day.
Yeah.
I really thought Gizmo was gonna die that day. Because that's not the first time he had
Oh
ran out.
no! One time he ran out
into traffic.
into the boulevard during a blizzard.
Oh right.
And it was.
Yes.
And we had company. Me and my ex at the time. We had company. I think it was like football was on or something, and the food came. And Gizmo was out the door, and I lost my shit. I was like, "Don't come back in his house to tell you."
Yes, she loves her dog. She has a dog named Bella.
They're my therapy dogs. I need them.
She absolutely adores her pets. She treats them very well.
And there's a lot of accidents on that side of the boulevard.
No, yeah, like they put special barriers up there because of all the accidents.
And like
that
the
come
cars are
happening.
flying, and then the dog got scared and like hid under a parked car. I'm like, all right, as long as he's there.
Yeah, because this is before, people had to slow down to the 40 miles an
Right.
hour. People driving down Roosevelt Boulevard 60, 70 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they would have been able to avoid running him over. But thankfully, he made it back. Okay.
Like Gizzy.
Rest in peace, Gizzy.
Right
Blah,
now.
blah. That's it for me.
You have anything to add? Any warning labels?
Honestly, I feel like I dominated the conversation.
Yeah.
I mean,
She had like a whole PowerPoint on her phone, so I had little notes to kind of,
to guide you.
Because I have a terrible memory, so.
No, same here. Melanie knows that.
Yeah,
Normally, I'm like, oh, remember that time? No.
Yeah.
Melanie used to call me I Forgot.
Yes.
That was my nickname for a while. I forgot.
Like, did you? Never mind.
I
I forgot.
Yeah. No, I'm just, when it comes to Mel, definitely gotta have your shit together.
Yeah. Let's not have no
Be a
tolerance for
gentleman,
bullshit.
like, look something up on YouTube. It's not
I
that
don't
fucking
know.
difficult. Like, we're not asking for the world here, people. Just make a plan. Yeah,
There's
A little bit of
some
effort.
A little bit.
just a little bit.
Or whatever effort you put in at the beginning, make sure that you can hold on to that effort for time to come later on. Don't put it all out the first day, and then after that you turn to shit.
Yeah, like, don't think because you send a good morning text that she's gonna.
Please
be
take me out of your
falling over
rotation.
you.
I don't want no more motherfucking good morning text. Unless it says good morning, Melanie, I will not respond.
Yeah, because all they doing is copy and paste it
listen,
to the next hoe.
Take me out of your rotation, please.
Seriously, like, oh my god, it's just gross.
I think if you want to really make an impression with Melanie, if you can plan
A trip to the
a
moon or something.
vacation,
Oh.
a complete vacation for her, I think that kind of would,
Like accommodations.
everything from A to B.
Travel.
From A to Z. A to B.
A to B. No, that's all
We
they
don't
doing right
want
now
the
is
A
A
to
to B, and then I gotta
You
take
don't
it
want
to
the
Z.
From A to Z. Like everything. A whole itinerary involved. All Mel has to do is put on her makeup, her outfit, she's good to go.
Right, and it's not a all the time thing. It's just every
once in a
now
while.
and then. Like for every
Let me know you like
3
me every
things
once in a while.
You do
Exactly.
one thing. Like
That's all.
it's just this balance is so off. It's crazy.
And I would say if you trying to talk to her, don't come off of being too
Needy.
needy. She hates that about me because I could be a little needy too.
What do you want?
See, I never
Too nice. Melon doesn't like the too nice. And when I say too nice,
You want thug smack her over
when I say like too nice, like you come off
some swag.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be a
swag
cornball. Don't nobody want no cornballs.
Yeah.
That cordy shit over here.
Look, we in 2021.
Right. I ain't finna argue about working.
Right.
Not gonna happen.
Right. Gotta Mel's a little ratchet. She's bougie with a little.
She is Boughetto. I want to make that very clear.
I can make that next shirt.
Very clear. She is bougie.
So we have to change this.
She has her ghetto side. Let's not get this. We grew up in North Philly. Like, let's not pretend.
Right.
Okay.
But
She
don't
may be a
forget the
different zip
tagline to
code.
the show is two regular girls from Philly. Don't forget.
I got my basic ghetto ways and I got my bougie ways.
I think it's not fun when if it's not a little ratchetness in there, it's not fun.
I don't want to because if I was just bougie all the time, then it's like, ugh, sister.
Yeah. Don't nobody. I wouldn't want to be around you with all that shit.
Right.
As fuck.
I think people, and I know that people think that about me because I feel like my initial interaction with people, they real standoffish, and then when I start talking, and I get to know people, they're like, "Oh, you're not a bitch."
Yes.
Okay. Like, did I say I was? I'm confused.
Talk about the RBF.
But
It'd be so
the RBF
real with me
and
my
everything,
sister.
and people
Resting
make their
bitch
judgment.
face, don't go off of that. That is something we got from our mother, who got from her father.
It's
we
not
just
gonna change.
look like we're pissed off, but we're not.
Same here.
Don't
Someone
ask
told me
us
they
all
saw
day
me
long, what the hell's
driving.
wrong with us?
You got that face while you driving, because you don't know I was listening to the locks. That's
Right.
why.
Hello? Let's talk about it. I listen to gangster music.
Because I know a lot of the
I thought she was gonna be a bitch. I thought she was gonna be stuck up.
a lot of the folks that I work with who are not people of color have seen me in the hallway and to this day they may have been working there a year and still don't talk to me because they're intimidated by me. I don't mean for it to come off that way, but it's like I can't change my face. So either get over your insecurities or get the fuck out my face.
You have that face walk into the car if I pick you up. Like it's just
Like you're about to tell me a story.
I see, and again, that's just my face. It's just how it is, and my sister is the same way. It's just that's.
I feel
just
like I always hear, "What's wrong?" Nothing. Why?
Nothing is wrong.
what happened.
That's just my face.
Listen, been married to the same man for 12, 13 years now. Still ask me what's wrong when there's absolutely nothing wrong. A lot of times I do be shit wrong, but I just don't want to talk about it.
Right.
But like most times, no, there's really nothing wrong. Just how I look. I don't know what to tell you.
It's just my face. Yeah, I feel like I get that a lot.
You have that problem too?
Oh, I got that problem. I have it. What's wrong? Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. We're from Philly. Like
Right.
what?
I thought you were gonna be so mean.
No. Why? Because that's my face.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't like you when I first met you, but I don't like nobody when I first met you.
Exactly.
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't really like people.
I gotta fill you out.
It takes. You gotta like. We need like a trial period to see if I like you or not.
Melanie has this whole separate set of friends that I haven't actually met yet, and
Same here.
I'm not fond of
Same
them.
here.
What
She
do you
never.
mean?
Oh, I'm not.
You're not fond
You're
of
not
them.
fond of them.
No, I
I haven't
haven't.
told her this, but
She has a whole other life that I know nothing of.
because I feel like they take a lot of my sister's time away from me.
I agree. I definitely
I
agree.
don't remember their names.
Are you talking about my bonbon and Shanae?
Yeah, them.
Actually, we're gonna go to Eddie V's this
Nobody
Saturday.
cares.
And did we get the invite?
No.
No, maybe we
No,
should
we
start
never
doing
get an
some-
invite.
Maybe we should start doing something together.
I think we
Okay.
should.
What are you doing next
All right,
week?
all right. I would text to change the reservation.
No, I do. I don't know them. And I don't dislike them, but I just feel like there's a very strong love and bond.
Yeah.
and
We
I'm not a
do.
part of it, and I feel so separate.
It's a Frankfurt thing.
It's
We
the
all
same.
work together,
Yeah,
and we all hated the same people. So
Oh,
in
yeah,
our
I definitely
hatred
hope
for
we
other
don't.
people, we realized how much we loved each other.
Yeah.
And nobody works there anymore, and we still kept that friendship. And a lot of the times when you leave a job, you're like, all right, we're gonna do lunch, bye, bitch. No, we actually still get together years later.
Yeah. Y'all still,
Those are my girls.
Yeah, well, next time we see her post.
The little shade.
No, but they seem like good girls.
Yeah.
They
They're
seem
good.
cool. Jocelyn, is there any other things that you and I have shared? By the way, I'm the common denominator in the situation, so
Right,
it's my
right,
sister.
Yeah.
Jody and them have been best friends, so we've been in each other's lives forever. And then I have Jocelyn, who I've been friends with since high school. So Yeah, I'm the cool one at the team.
I know everybody. Without me, there will be no you. I think when I initially told you were excited, and then you're like, okay. And I think when I told Johnny, it was the same thing. Like, why the fuck you ain't doing it with me? Like, because we are all so much alike, and I already told Josh, I'm a professional half-asser and a procrastinator.
Yes.
So I needed to be able to put it together, and I have somebody be like, all right, then we're gonna do this, this, and this. Okay, tell me what to do, and I'll do it. Right. We would have all been able to get everything together.
It would have been several months from now.
Right. 2022, the podcast would have
I would have been hard like the first.
The trailer would have came out in 2022.
I would have went so hard the first week or two, setting appointments, and then just like,
and then it fizzles out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, listen. When you told me that you and Josh was talking about like the real reality shows that y'all watch and y'all talking to each other. I said, well, shit, y'all so cool. Me, she don't text me. What the fuck? Like, that's why I gotta watch trash TV to get my friend to talk to me.
Yeah. Because that's how it started. Was what? Married at First Sight. Because I thought I was a part of it. I think I'm an expert on that show. So I like to record the episodes and say, like, y'all, this is going to work. Yes, and I would do predictions.
I am so going to get on there. If I don't find my
the same
match
thing.
within the next year or two,
I will go.
I am going on there.
I will go on Married at First Sight.
Is it only in North Carolina?
And with that, we conclude the show.
Because
I can't. If I see you on that, either one of y'all on that,
we could go together.
Yes.
Because they had best friends. They had guy best friends on there last season.
I'm so down for it.
Listen,
I was just literally talking about this.
I'm mad they already did the Philly edition. They already
had
did the
one?
Philly. Yeah, they did the Philly edition maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Do we know anyone on that show?
I didn't know anybody. I think I know people that knew people. I don't know. Like I said, I can like relocate if they do something local.
Oh,
like
me too.
Maryland.
Because they're going to pay for housing,
New Jersey.
right?
I'll relocate.
Go over the bridge.
That's it.
Yeah.
I would absolutely go on that show. Because I don't know where to find men's.
Right. You both going in with the
Where does one find a
expectation.
man?
You both going in with the expectation of wanting to get married.
Right.
You're
You know that you both want the same thing.
both a compatibility test and go from there. See if you actually really like
It's better than people sliding
Okay,
in my
and
DM.
then you get
Good morning.
your
morning,
mate is
beautiful.
waiting for you at the
Good
altar.
morning, queen.
And then you come in and you see him and you're unattracted to him. Then what?
Walk away.
That's gonna be a problem because I can't control my facial expression.
Same.
Because you know that happened.
Yeah, the
Did
first
it happen?
season there was like a it was Jamie and Doug, and they're still together and married and all that. But when she saw him, she was like, "He's ugly." She did not want no parts of him, like at all. And now they're happily married. See, I feel like women can get past looks.
Yes.
Men,
Yeah,
no. Men are visual, and
Men are visual
that's what it
creatures
is.
and you gotta have something going for you physically.
This season's gonna be interesting. I think.
All my boyfriends were ugly.
Wait,
All your
what?
I
boyfriends
think
are
all my
ugly?
boyfriends were ugly.
You think they were?
I think they might have been. Or what other people probably would have considered ugly. They were ugly to me, but other people probably
Why did you mess with that? That was ugly to me. I like ugly boys.
bring on all the fuckies. Why not? No, because mom used to talk shit about
Mom
Liar,
just
liar,
likes
pants
to
on
talk
fire.
shit. I know.
the wall.
See, I think Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. I saw past his looks because I really
he had an amazing personality.
Wait, I never thought that he was ugly.
I never thought he was ugly.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I
never
thought he was ugly. That's interesting.
I thought he was all chocolatey. And
Yes.
built.
Same.
He had a nice smile.
He was
had a nice
funny.
Definitely
He was
nice
very
smile.
funny. And he was a great person. I loved his family. He was
Love,
fantastic,
love
but
that family.
he was just a
He was a
liar.
liar, pass on fire.
He was a
just
liar and
couldn't
a
keep
cheater,
it in
and
his
I
pants.
just couldn't do it. And we were very young, very immature. We started dating when we were 16, 17 years old. And when you go from 16 to 17 to 21, 22, very different people.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very different people. Now, who knows? It might have been a different situation, but no.
Yeah,
Back
the
then,
timing wasn't right.
it definitely was not right.
Okay, so I want to kind of change up the conversation a little bit. So
By all means.
We're not talking about me no more? Fine.
you can answer the question.
Oh, all right.
So, do you ladies believe that in order for a relationship to work,
Oh, it's going deep.
yeah, does the man have to love you more than you love him?
Yes.
Explain.
I think that, like I said earlier, women, we can grow to love you more. You gain 50 pounds, all right, we'll get around that. Men can't get past that. So if the man initially loves you more at the beginning, you can grow from there. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if you start off with the woman doing everything and being all in love and doing all that, and the man is like meeting you halfway or 75% of the way, you're always going to be dragging him along. Mm-hmm. I just don't feel like men grow in love the way women do. If you started dragging him at the beginning, you're going to keep dragging him along for years to come.
I agree. I think that's my...
I think I agree.
Yeah, that's my exact same thing. Like, if a woman's going 1,000%, right, and you have the man that's going 50%, mm-hmm. right? That's pretty much how you already set the tone of the relationship. Right. Yeah. But if that man is going 1,000, that woman can meet you at 1,000.
Yes.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm. I think the issue comes in, it's harder when you go from one relationship to another, mm-hmm. because if the woman started that way with a previous relationship and it does not work out, then she gets into that new one and she's like, oh, I'm not doing all that shit. Like,
that's me right now.
I did all this work.
Like, that's
work,
me.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm sitting here alone, and now this new relationship is coming in.
I'm fucking tired.
Let him woo me.
Right.
Yes. So, and it's like men, so a lot of men are always saying like, oh, like we shouldn't have to do all of this. It should be 50-50, it's this and that and the third. Unfortunately, we're human, mm-hmm. and we take baggage from one relationship into another. Mm-hmm. And it takes a while to break those walls down and things, but when you do, it is so fucking worth it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is so worth it when the female finally says, okay, this guy's about something, this might actually go somewhere. Right. I'm going to start putting in some mm-hmm. real effort and show him who I really am. Mm-hmm. You're golden.
Right. Yeah.
You're golden.
I agree.
Yep. I would say that. I definitely experienced that going from my Richard relationship to where I am now. Because like 5-6 years later, still tell each other I love you every single day, whether we're like one's upstairs, other one's downstairs. We are a pair. Like we are a partnership, right? We mm-hmm. do everything together. We consult everyone and each other with everything. I just asked him what he wants for dinner. He said whatever you want and whatever I can have leftovers for tomorrow for lunch. Like easy, right?
Right.
But it's like we're on this journey together. We do everything together. We are working towards growing old together. So it's not you do your thing, so I do. Right. It's not you do your thing, I do my thing. That was the past, and mm-hmm. that was like torture. That was torture.
It's a friendship. You were in a friendship because I feel like, so I got out of a 14-year relationship, and looking back now, I'm like, that wasn't a relationship. That was a friendship. Yes. A really good, strong friendship. But you doing your own thing over here with your friends and me doing my own thing, and then sometimes we do things together, that ain't it. Mm-hmm. And I thought that that's what I wanted in the relationship, because I was very much like, all right, I'm young. I don't want to like give my everything to this one relationship and lose my friends and do all that in between. So I'm like, all right, I have to figure out how to still be me and still be in a relationship. So I just split them instead of trying to do everything together. Mm-hmm. And now I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, well, if and when I do get into another relationship, I want that. I want to do everything together. I want that to be my partner, my friend, my boyfriend, all mm-hmm. together, all wrapped in one.
Yep. Because we wouldn't do Christmas together. We wouldn't do things. I think the first year, right? Because it's all new and you're honeymooning.
Right.
Did all that together. After that, he didn't come and like hang out with my family. I didn't go hang out with his family. We didn't like exchange numbers, and I hung out with his cousins and all that. Like that never happened. 15 years, and you don't realize that you know.
That you guys didn't spend holidays together. None of that.
Nothing. It was like the next day. Like what works for you.
You kind of like carved out a little bit for you.
Forget his like work schedule, because that's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Right?
I know what he does for a living. You know what I do for a living, and what my ex-fiance did, and we still found a way to, but in the same sense, we did our own little thing on an off day.
Right.
But Christmas Day, I'm going to my family's house, and he went to his family's house instead of us doing something together and then going our separate ways. It was like, all right, I guess I'll meet you at 10 o'clock at night when you show up at my mom's house, and the day is over.
Right.
But yeah, looking back now, I'm like, 14 years in, it should have been different.
Right.
It should have
never
looked
been
different.
Right.
It should have been where you guys were hosting your own thing in your house, and your friends and family already had been commingled with each other. Where
Everybody knows everybody. Yeah, like even to this day, I'm like, all right, 14 years in, our families we've never really done that aside from. I think prom, because I took somebody else. That was that, and like maybe a handful of times where his mom and my mom were actually even in the same room. But the families mixing and all that, like, wow, we never really did that. We never did it, actually.
Yeah, same here in my previous relationship. So that I do want that. I want that where everything is commingled, where I can.
I want you to be proud. I want you to be proud that I'm your girl. Like, this is my girlfriend. I don't even remember even being introduced that way.
Really?
Yeah, like looking back now, I'm like. Well, I was just always around, and I think it was just like,
could be because we were so young, right? Because I don't remember that either. It could have been just being young.
Yeah, but I remember like the last couple years being around him, or being like around him and like coworkers or friends or stuff, and I'm waiting for that introduction, and it just never happened. It was like, oh yeah, this is Mel or whatever, or I'm like, you gonna fucking introduce me, like, but I don't want to have to do that. I want somebody else to be like, oh, this is my girl. This is Mel. This is such and such. Like, become correct. Like, I don't want to introduce me. Like, no.
Right. Because look, I'm a bougie bitch.
Show me off.
You're a bougie bitch.
I'm staying in the house.
Like, when I walk in through this door, they already know who I am, but I need you to introduce me
like,
who I am.
Right. Exactly. And I think that, because I feel like I had that conversation with him at one point, and it was like, everybody knows who you are. You're missing the point, sir. Right. You're missing the point.
And I feel like members of his family didn't like me because they didn't know me.
Right.
Like, we didn't do things together, so they didn't know me.
Yeah. Because they made up the story about you because they didn't know.
Because I wasn't around. Why am I not around? Because he's not bringing me around. Because he's bringing that other bitch or the other one or the other one, which I found out years later.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's why. So.
Oh my God, when you found out that he went like on a whole fucking cruise.
A cruise.
How's he alive? Why we ain't go to his funeral yet?
That's who
another bitch.
We should have brought the bet over
and
there.
you found out because you saw it on like a map app or something, right?
So I became Mel that day, and I figured out passwords to things that I didn't even know he had.
That's when your other side of your brain just triggers. It's just like, wait a minute.
That women's intuition, that's real.
Don't ignore the feeling, ladies.
I found out passwords to everything. I somehow I guess hacked into his phone. I don't know what I did.
You hacked, it's fine.
But I traced his phone, like physically, like GPS his phone, saw the phone getting off of whatever onto the cruise ship, and then
that was before
lost
like
signal.
Social media, right?
Wow.
Lost signal.
It was easier to cheat then because everything wasn't picture, selfie, tag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you can actually look up the location. So okay, he's at, I don't know, Applebee's in City Line Avenue, right? You could look up hashtag Applebee's at City Line Avenue and see what everybody else is doing. Look at their background,
the bitch he was with probably posted because bitches love posting.
Right.
So you might not post because that's how I found out that my ex was on a date because he didn't post it, but the shorty he was with tagged him in it, and I see him Millie rocking in the background. I'm okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, just saying. There's many different ways when it comes to social media nowadays how you can find.
Oh yeah.
And then he was never like posting pictures of us. I think there was one picture of us throughout all, and this was before like Instagram, right? Like really before Instagram. But now, I mean, the picture that I just posted the other day, Kyle will do that. That's my boo.
That's it. Shout out to Kyle.
Yeah.
He's a real one.
Like all those pictures are real pictures of like us on vacation, going together.
Y'all look
anywhere.
fun.
Yeah.
Like y'all look like y'all have fun together.
Y'all
We're
really
a couple of hams. For being vegan, we're a couple of hams.
You know why I like Kyle? Because Kyle thinks I'm funny.
Anybody that thinks I'm funny automatically wins. Anybody thinks I'm funny automatically.
I always catch Kyle laughing at me on the love. Like, he's good people.
Yeah.
He's got good sense of humor.
Good people. And he's a family guy. Like, we do things with our family,
Yes.
right? Like,
I swear I feel like I see more pictures of you with his family now than I ever see with you and your own family.
all the time. Like,
they have adopted
his sister is my workout partner. Like,
I saw that. I was like, I love that.
And then my sister gets his So like our nieces, my sister gets his
I love
nieces
that.
gifts. Like his sister, his brother.
You're one family.
We're one family.
Yeah, y'all very
That's
much
the goal.
blend.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really nice.
And it's from both sides. It's not like you pushing of when am I meet this person or when are we gonna do. You don't have to make him do those things. He's naturally a family man, and you're a family girl, and it just works.
And I hate that when you have to make someone do something. I want you to naturally want to do it.
I'm like, when I say zero tolerance, is like as soon as I feel like it's some fuckboy shit about to happen, I'm just
Done.
Nope.
And
I just can't do it.
I don't think, and I think some guys are not that fuckboy. I think they just don't know how to put the effort in or to treat a woman.
Figure it out.
Right.
Because I'm not
They're
teaching no more. I've
Right.
retired teaching. I'm not teaching no more. Either you know what you're doing, you've learned from your previous relationship,
Right.
and you're gonna fix it now, or you need to go see a therapist or whatever you need to go figure out. But I'm not teaching anymore.
And at this age, you should have boys that are in long-term relationships.
Yes.
And they know what they did. Ask them what they did.
Right. No, because most of the time they round a bunch of other single people. They're like, "Oh, fuck them bitches." You're in your mid-30s.
You don't have
I'm
time
gonna need y'all to have
fuck them
seats.
Now, what do
It's
you
not cute
consider?
anymore.
What do you consider a long-term relationship?
I don't know. I just got a 14. I just did a 14-year bid. So.
I hear you. So
That's
when,
all I do is
Right.
is long term relationships.
Yeah, I'm a long-term relationship person.
yeah, same here. So when someone tells me, I'm like, yeah, I just don't know if you're ready to be in a long-term relationship. I've been in a long-term relationship.
I know what it entails.
So
You're
is
not
it-
ready.
Right. So it's a long-term because some people think 2 years is long-term.
No, that's the honeymoon.
Right. 3 years.
I gotta go through some
More?
No,
shit.
you
4
have
years.
to, like, you have to picture not being without that person.
Right.
Like, long
Yeah.
term, we're talking long term.
Long.
Think about long term care.
Right.
Long
A long time.
Like the big shit. Like,
I'm not
oh my
here to
God,
fill
I
a
got into
space
a car
in between.
accident
Exactly.
and I'm in a coma and we don't know if I'm gonna come out of it. Are you still gonna be there when I wake up?
Right.
Like,
Long
are you
term.
there for the big shit?
Right.
Not
The good, the bad, the ugly.
dinners and stuff like that, but the little mini dumbass arguments about who didn't wash the dishes.
Right.
But
the little
okay,
petty
I'm
shit.
laid up in this motherfucking hospital. You gonna come see me, or you gotta roll out with your girls for brunch?
Right.
That's where the real. That's when the tests.
And you
really
start
comes
going through
in.
some real shit.
When you start going through that real shit. That's why people that be moving in together after like 6 months, a year,
Ain't
getting
gonna
married,
make
like
Ain't gonna make it.
Same here.
how does that work? Because I dated my husband for 5 years, got engaged, engaged for like 2 years, and we pushed the wedding back a year. Now we've been married 13 years. Dated for those 5, so we've been together 18 years now.
Wow, you've been together.
Yeah, we've been together 18 years.
Gosh, I just felt like I just met him at
Yeah.
your mom's house, like
No,
when dinner
we've
time he
been
came for dinner.
together Since my very, very early 20s.
Wow.
Before that, Liar Pants on Fire.
Wait,
We
you
were in a
want to talk
relationship
about
for-
why he slid in your what messenger back then? What your screen name was? how she used to bring the boys to the yard.
Oh, snap.
First of all, I'm really telling my age. First of all, the fact that I said I'm friends with this one for 25 years should automatically let you know.
And we talking about stuff before social media, so people know we old.
Before Instagram. Or you
MySpace
said something about
party
MySpace.
Right.
Like I said, I'll be 40 next month. A couple weeks. Okay. The way me and my husband met was online. Not Instagram, not sliding in DMs.
Not
but
Tinder.
Black Planet.
I remember Black Planet.
I definitely
Oh
had a
my
Black Planet
gosh.
page. And let me hit
Wow.
this page, honey.
Yes.
I
Me
think
hit
I
this.
think I
Oh,
started on
this
the
is
Hit
good.
page, but I never actually checked it because the Hispanic boys wasn't checking for me.
Hey, I'm about to bring those back out. I mean, we need more social media stuff now.
Yeah, so Black Planet is how we met, and my screen name on there was Lick My Valley.
And then she got a ring.
Well, there you go. Maybe I should change my Instagram.
Maybe I need to change it.
My
Right.
picture was me in some lingerie in my first apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, he had written some poetry, and I commented
You
on the
got
poetry.
poetry. Okay.
Well, it wasn't personal poetry for me. He had it on his page, and I read it, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So I reached out to him, and yeah, that was all she wrote.
That's scandalous.
I'm a pursuer because
I was
I
gonna
also
say,
pursue
you
Liar Pants on
Did
Fire.
you? See, no, you gotta come to me.
I had first period up on the 6th floor, and I believe his was downstairs on the 4th floor, and we took the same stairwell. So I walked by him every single day, and I saw him every day. And our mutual friend Kanisha Johnson, everyone, introduced us one time on the roof. He was playing basketball.
Oh God.
He asked me to hold his book bag for him. Hanging out of his book bag was a keychain. You know, you carry around a little picture that's on the keychain. So it was him and a girl in the picture. Clearly at some sort of like soft hop or something like that, because I think he was a junior at the time. And I look at the picture and I said, oh, is that your sister? Because when I tell you they looked exactly alike, the girl was him in a wig. He was highly offended.
I'm like, well,
highly offended. He's like, no, that's my girlfriend. Oh,
sorry.
Ooh, okay.
So have her hold your book bag.
she went to another school.
Go to that
I was
bitch
just trying to get And not maybe, I think like a year or two ago, I found the original slip of paper where his phone number was written down on. Not that I put it in my phone, a slip of paper.
But I'm the pack rat.
Wow.
In an old wallet. So I said, what is this? And there it was, his home phone number from when we had met way back in 1998.
I was 10.
Okay, please go on to someone else. I'm very old.
I'll ask Jody a question. So, because we've lived parallel lives, we feel like we kind of do the same things in our own way, especially when it comes to relationships. You've just gotten out of a long-term relationship. When we say long-term, we're talking 15 plus. I just got out of a long-term relationship. What are your thoughts about living with someone before like an engagement or living with somebody in general?
I am not doing it.
That's how I feel.
I do not want to live with anyone until we get married. And the reason is because being in that long-term relationship, you start playing house.
Yes.
Why buy the cow? Where is it? Buy the cow when you got the milk?
When you got the milk for free.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that's what we had it on your cake. your
bachelorette
party. Yeah, why buy the cow? Or he bought the cow.
Right. So with that, I mean, I know people will say, well, don't you want to live to see how you actually are going to work out together? If you actually going to be compatible in the house, maybe he's messy. I just feel like some of those things you can overlook. But if you start living together so soon, he's just going to get comfortable. Yeah. You're going to be wifey already, right?
I don't want to be wifey. I want to be wife.
Right. No efforts are going to be there. No, I need you to, guys like to do the chase. I need you to do the chase every day. Valentine's Day is every day.
Right.
I think my expectations of a relationship is very high from my previous relationship because I didn't ask for anything.
Yeah, and you learned.
My expectations of my last relationship was a little. And because of that, I think it was my fault. I set the tone for it to be little. Now it's like, okay, I needed to be all the way up here. I'm going to set that tone because that's what I want for my next relationship.
My standards are high and they're not moving. That's just what it is.
I think I'm a bad bitch.
I know you're a bad bitch.
I think I know you're a bad bitch. I do. So, for a bad bitch, I deserve a lot of nice things. I mean, it doesn't have to be materialistic things. I can buy my own things. I just want that affection, attention.
What I want, you can't buy.
Exactly.
What I want, you can't buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can understand where you guys are coming from, but I just feel like if you don't live with that person, you're just really not going to truly know those little quirks, those ins and outs. Does he leave the toothpaste cap off of the toothpaste?
Does he squeeze it in the middle?
That
will, my OCD goes into full overdrive. Squeeze it.
Does he wipe the seat off if he, tinkles a little bit on the bowl? Man, I know they're all bathroom related, but yes, those types of things.
You have bathroom problems in your home.
Does he cook for you? Maybe on days
you leave little hairs in the sink and shit like that. It's important to know before you commit.
I think you do start to, not all of those things, but I think you do start to learn some of those things if you spend the night at that person's house. If they spend the night, you pick up all little things like, oh, you dropped your pants, you're not going to pick them up. Okay, that's just how you move. Okay, so I feel like I'm more observant of people's ways now because I can see where it will go. But I don't think you'll learn everything if you don't live together. But if you strongly date and you spend enough time together, I think you'll pick up on those little like quirks.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. And I feel like you'll learn things like if you do a weekend sleepover, but it's not the same as maybe a like long vacation. Term, like maybe a week or two, because they're always going to be on their best behavior. Yeah. And same thing with us. I want them to always be on your best behavior.
Right. Yeah. Don't 30 years from now on your best behavior.
Don't be comfortable.
We're going to be on our best
comfortable to live here.
Right. And say, okay, well, my girl's coming over, so I can't just leave my drawers on the ground.
It's like I pop up.
But I feel like those.
I am the queen. Don't make me get him in here because I have popped up on his ass. I will pop up. How you living? I need to know. I don't want you to always know that I'm coming.
But I feel like some of those things are stuff you can have a conversation about. Oh, if you draw, hey babe, I prefer if you could just put him on the hamper. And if there are, obviously now that you're already married, and you know that this is the type of person that's going to think of your needs and try to do that, right? Me, that's what it is. We married, then I already know that that's the type of person you are. Or babe, it'd be better if you kind of like when you go to the toothpaste, get the bottom and, let me show you how to do this.
So, my ex-fiance used to like to squeeze it from the middle. I never, ever, ever, ever said anything about it because I didn't want to be a nag.
That was the other thing.
I was like, it's communication. This is something that I can fix.
They don't always look at it that way.
I normally brush my teeth after him anyway. This is something I can fix, and it's not the end of the world. So I'm like, before I go in, and I learned that in my last relationship, before I go in on one thing, because a lot of things will irritate the fuck out of me, I take a minute. Like, okay, is this something I can fix? Is this something that I'm gonna be mad about tomorrow?
Battles, yeah.
If I'm not gonna be mad about it tomorrow, I will let it go. I fixed the toothpaste for 14 years. I was fine with it. And then we had 2 bathrooms, and I was like, I don't give a fuck what you do. You can put that shit on the mirror. I don't care. That's not my bathroom anymore.
So I agree with you to a certain extent. So I used to do that in my last relationship where I had to start thinking like, okay, if it's not going to matter, don't say anything, right? After leaving out of that relationship, what I was doing was just not standing up for myself on a lot of those things. I would just think like, is it necessary? Do I want to seem like I'm a nag? You know what I mean? But now coming out and looking back, I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of times I didn't stand up for myself because I thought it wasn't. I thought it was nagging. I thought it was going to be too much. Right. But those things probably ate at me after a while.
And then you have to think, like, is this a big deal to me? Not about that how that person feels. Is that going to bother you later on? Because if it isn't, say something. If not, then let it go.
Yeah, I just feel as though if you're with a person that you can ultimately have a good conversation with, communicate effectively, then you should be able to say certain things and not feel bad about, hey, babe, the toothpaste situation. Like, it should be something where he's like, oh, okay, cool. Right. I'll do it. And then end up like, all right, so where are we eating tonight?
Right. Done. Next thing. Right.
Right. So I just think it's just like who you're with, and as long as you set that tone with like communication and stuff like that. And that's what my ultimate goal is for really. I don't think I'll probably find it, but we'll see.
Listen, it's out there. I never thought after that relationship, like, there's nothing, right? Like, you think, I'm not going to find anybody. I'm settling, right? Like, this is just, it is what it is. Like, we know each other. We've been together for so long. Like, whatever.
It's comfortable.
Then you find out that there's something better and you could feel better. It's so much better. Yeah. Like, it's so like, much
there's
better.
Another world out there.
Yeah, like someone really like cares to check in on me and talk to me and be like cheerleader from day one, no matter what it was that I was doing. Number one cheerleader, like to this day. So it's like those things, like they're definitely things that I have pet peeves about, and they drive me nuts. But the communication is there. So if something bothers me, but I'm not gonna like nag, right? I'm not gonna be like, you left the cabinet door open again. Right. I know you got a sandwich because you left it open again. So now it's like, oh no, I know you got a sandwich because you left the door open again.
Right.
It's like it's a
not
joke.
What you say is how you say
and then
it.
Right.
it's like, oh, okay.
Like,
Or
I got that.
I'm tripping over your sneakers.
Right.
Can you
I almost
make
died 'cause
upstairs?
they were
Not
there.
look like do that. Okay, I got you. Like it's,
We got like 4 laundry baskets in our bedroom. It could be completely empty. That man strips down and those clothes go right on the floor. I said, take your pick, sir. I mean, you could have put them in any one. You could have started
You're surrounded
the
by
the whites, the darks, the lights, the towels. I mean,
Floor's better option.
No, they're gonna sit right here on this floor until I feel like picking them up. And what that means is they're not gonna get picked up
Pretty
until I
much.
pick them up.
yeah.
But
See,
those
do you
again,
feel like if you would have set the tone prior to living together and just dating, that would have been, he already know, I don't want to hear Jamie's mouth because I know she don't like when I put clothes on the floor.
now this is Bernard Gray that we're talking about.
He marches to the beat of his own
Give
drum.
a fuck.
Right.
If you don't like it, you can go. So I don't think setting a tone would have made any lick of difference,
I see that.
honestly, because that man is in his own lane all by himself when it comes to the relationship thing. But yeah, no, I don't think that would have
And
made
I
a
think
difference.
it's important to, whoever you decide to be with is for somebody that views relationships the way you do. Because I think the way I view relationships and the way he viewed relationships were very different. And that's just what it was.
For sure. Absolutely. But
We could talk about this.
Right.
So this turns into a part 3.
talk about that shit forever.
Right.
No, I'm like terrified to live with somebody again.
Really? I mean, I don't blame you.
And it's not like, all right, yeah, I got the ring. I was engaged for 9 motherfucking years. 9 years.
Thank God you didn't make it to double digits. But that's just embarrassing.
And that was the word I used
That's
because
embarrassing.
we were, prior to the breakup, we were going to get married that year. And I was like, I'm not having a big wedding. That's a fucking joke. Like, we've been together this long. We've been engaged for this long. I'm not having a whole big production.
Yeah.
We can go down just as a piece or we can go to Vegas. Those are the options. I'm not going to do a whole production. This is stupid. It looks like a joke. That's how I felt.
But he wanted a big wedding.
He wanted a big wedding because he's flashy.
Yeah.
And as much
It's
as
so
people
funny
think
that you
I'm
say that, 'cause I
flashy,
don't feel like he is at
oh
all.
my
Same.
god, y'all know him. That is a
He wouldn't
flashy
talk.
person. Yeah, he didn't have this. He didn't talk much, but he's very flashy. Yeah, no. My thing was I want a big ring and a small wedding, and I always felt that way. And I got my big ring, so I was cool with like we can sign the papers and go on vacation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have a party when you get back.
Right.
Yes, if I had the chance to do it over again, I definitely would have did a Justice of the Peace wedding and just blew all my money on awesome honeymoon or party when we got back. Because that shit goes by so fast and so much planning for 2 years. I barely got to eat anything. My veil caught on fire. Yeah.
I don't remember the veil calling.
It got caught up in a candle.
I walked.
We didn't use flameless candles at the wedding.
I walked in front of my table and whoosh,
I don't remember that.
goes
It was
up.
like take the fire out.
It just went up. Thank God it didn't catch my hair. I just kept on walking. And
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
my wedding planner D, she took it off of me like I was literally walking around with a singed veil. She's like, give me that, take it off. Not the octopus.
So
Wait, so where did you get that first?
I gave it to her.
Well,
So because I'm extremely I'm moody.
same.
Y'all know.
I got a little journal just for the moodiness.
Same. So if I'm having a good day, it's just says yellow. It's happy. But if I'm having a bad day, you don't have to ask me because this octopus is not happy.
Where did you get that?
Right, I need to know where.
I need
So it's
one.
like I don't even got to talk about it. You just
Amazon.
know.
Okay.
I'm not for the shits today.
Okay.
So we're gonna put it halfway because I feel better than I did this morning.
Okay. I was wondering why the pink was the sad, but I could see that it was just sad
He's
face.
like,
Yeah. I think I'm gonna buy that.
I need 2, one for each of us.
See, there you go.
They come in different colors. So since the yellow was her color, her favorite color, that's the one that's smiling.
Oh my gosh, I love yellow. Yellow's my second favorite color.
Steve.
Do you think it's mean that if my husband asked me if I would get married again,
That you say
You don't
no?
even need to
that I
finish.
say no?
No.
What's your reason behind
I
a
was
no?
gonna ask.
And what's the reason why he wants to get married?
This shit is a lot of work.
Like a wedding again?
No, not the wedding.
Being married.
Just being married, period.
Oh, like renewing your vows?
Not even renewing.
Just being married.
Like
Just
being in a
to
relationship.
each other?
to each other again. Not again. Like,
sure.
if we went back to 2007,
Would you, knowing what you know, would you
knowing what I
do?
know now, would I still get married?
I understand
And my
now.
answer is no. Is that mean?
But why?
Oh.
You know what?
Yes.
To you two, no. Right? Like the way you guys are in your relationship, no. If Kyle said that shit to me,
Get the back. Get the back.
Jamie, do you still have that back?
Right.
I
Okay.
wonder if mom still has that.
I'm sure she still has that bat. It's probably by the door.
So I thought maybe you were talking about like with the renewing vows or something like that.
Oh no, I knew what
But-
she meant.
It's just hitting reset
And starting
saying,
over?
Yeah.
Would you start over?
Would I still
I think
get
that
married?
is. I think that is mean.
I think it's mean too.
It is
But I still
mean.
said no.
I would. Well, you gotta be honest in
I feel
relationship.
like you're
right?
I'm like, I feel like
very
that was your
honest.
honest answer, and unfortunately, it might hurt somebody's feelings, but that was your honest answer.
I just feel
And
like
I
with that.
think he also said like, well, then we wouldn't have our kids.
I mean, that's just. I
They
mean,
would come about somehow.
They
Right.
would still come about.
Right.
They
Just
just
in
wouldn't
the cards
come
for you
during when they came about. But it's just when I think about it, I'm just like, fuck, marriage is a lot of work.
Was that? Wait, is that the same night that you called me? And you was like, you should have been born first.
No, he had asked me that question long ago, and when I thought about it, I'm like, yo, that's kind of mean to say, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, I don't know if I'm really cut out for this, but shit, I've been in
I mean,
this
you
so
in it.
long.
You
it's
in
like,
it.
Where the fuck am I go? Where am I
You
go?
in it. I think that I didn't even think about me being a mom until I saw you be a mom, and I was like, all right, she got this. I could do it.
Yeah.
But I still like my name.
Yeah, when I had one kid, now I got two. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, 2 you solo. I might can produce one
Yeah.
child.
Man, having
Maybe.
multiple children.
I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
No.
That's
How's that dog search going?
I'm still
Are you
working on
looking
that
for a
one.
dog too?
Well, yeah, until I like my routine. Like
Yeah.
I really like my routine, and anything that's gonna stray from that, it gives me a little bit of anxiety. Like, but I do this at
Kids
this
are
time.
just the
like
unknown.
I
It's
do
a
this.
big ass question mark. You never know what's gonna happen.
And I feel like it was also easy for me to say no, that I wouldn't get remarried, because I've never been that girl that had to be in a relationship. I never thought about, I gotta get a boyfriend. Oh, I broke up with him, I gotta go get with this dude. It's like, all right, if I saw somebody I was interested in, yeah, I'm gonna pursue them. I'm not shy about that.
I'm
But-
the same way. If I like you, I'm gonna let you know.
No, I'm gonna give you the eyes,
No.
and then you can come.
Yeah, the come hither. Yeah, all
Bend and
that.
snap.
But at the same time, I've just never been that girl. Like, if I had been single these past 18 years and just had friends all the time, I'd have been fine with that. I just, because I like my alone time. I love
That
my
I
alone
love.
time.
Yeah, I have grown to
And just
love
having
that.
that control and not saying, I want to go here. Can you do this? And that. I don't want to do all that. I don't do all that.
It's easy. It's easy to be single.
It seems much easier to be single. It definitely does. I don't like to have to answer. I mean, I don't feel like
Especially
I'm
if
answering
you
to him, but
are comfortable being alone. I think
Yeah,
for people that
totally.
are codependent on having people around them, they struggle. But I'm like, no, I'm good. I can fly solo.
and I've always been that way. I was the nerd kid that would prefer to stay home on the weekends to read a book or play one of her video games, because I was a big video gamer back then. I have absolutely no problem with any of that. And there was times that I flicked on you guys when we was going to go out on the weekend. I'm like, I just don't feel like it.
want to.
I don't feel like being
Yeah,
around
I have
people.
my antisocial moods where people think that there's something wrong, and there's nothing wrong. I just want to be left the fuck alone. I got like 7 episodes of something to watch, and I just want to watch it.
Right,
And
that
like
too.
wear a shirt with a hole and eat bad food and not be judged and just
Yep.
be in my own
Now
space.
you call me, Jay, you want to go? Yes, now, let's go.
Get me out the house.
Right now. Right now. These kids drive me fucking crazy. Let's go.
Get me out the house, please.
Don't even stop. Just slow down and so I can jump
totally
in the car.
paused.
Just jump through the window.
Right, I'll put my makeup on in the car.
Just go. Yeah, no, relationships at work.
Hell yeah, relationships are a lot of fucking work.
And I put a lot of overtime in the last one, so I'm
That's
tired.
true.
Tired.
Double time, double shifts, triple shifts.
I'm tired.
Hold on, so we need to come up with a pseudonym for your ex. You have a pseudonym for hers, pseudonym for mine. You did not
I did not.
say give one. You just said ex, but we need a pseudonym for yours. Because we gotta talk about him too. That's part 3. We
gonna talk.
Oh,
No, we gonna talk. We might have to have an episode with him, but just about the exes.
Production is like, wait, I gotta stay in front of the hour.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. We have to come up with a name.
I mean,
for
I
him.
know he pride upon himself calling himself a unicorn, which it like cringed me every time he said he was a
Cringes me
unicorn.
right
Yeah, I'm like I'm slightly uncomfortable.
He used to call himself a unicorn. So.
Like he was a catch.
Production's like, no.
Like he was a catch.
Yeah, like yeah, I'm a unicorn over here. I
Yo,
used
get
to
the fuck
cringe.
outta
I'm a unicorn like a horse.
You're a fucking donkey.
Yes.
Like,
What's the donkey in Shrek's name? Donkey.
Donkey. That's
Call him donkey.
we call him Donkey. There we go.
I love it.
There you have
Yes,
it.
I love it.
Fucking unicorn, my ass. Donkey.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes, but that donkey. Listen. Now, I was not privy to any of the conversations or anything that was going on. However, I heard stuff come from you and stuff that Mel told me and things like that. And I was highly disappointed with that young man. I was highly
Same.
disappointed
Same.
with his version because he has a very, very
Yes.
different outlook on your relationship.
Really?
Yes, he does.
Very
I
different.
would love to. I would love to actually hear that version.
Oh my
I'm
We'll
very
talk.
intrigued. Yes, I'm very intrigued to listen.
I mean, in his mind, he made you. You are the woman
Yes.
that you are today because you met him.
Yes, yes.
That's why.
Richard actually told me that at one point.
How dare you not call you?
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Yeah. No.
I can't.
What's
And
wrong
it-
with them?
I don't know.
They think they're unicorns.
They're fucking donkeys.
They
They're
think they're
donkeys.
unicorns.
They're donkeys.
I need a donkey noise
Yes.
here.
We'll
Oh,
work
God.
on that.
Make that in post. That's
That's
ridiculous.
Donkey of the day.
Look, I can find the noise. I
Donkey of
can
the
find that
day.
noise real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be very, very interested into hearing that.
His version.
Right. So actually driving in just because of it just kind of triggered like certain things of, and actually that came up. I'm like, I wonder how he thinks of me now. Right. Me, there's no bad blood. I wish him all the, wells. It just happened how it happened. I think just because I'm just always like a positive person, what you bring out is what you get in. So just want to, if he thinks of me the same way or if he's just angry with me.
Oh, he's not angry. I can tell you that.
Oh, well, I know he probably is not, because I'm a bad bitch.
Hello, can we get a bad bitch button?
And Donkey, when you see the picture, I know you live in the complex. Don't be coming to my sister's house with your bullshit. Okay?
He'll be all right. He'll be all
Wait,
right.
the donkey lives here?
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
sure
She
does.
lives in this complex.
That's why I said coming over here.
Yeah.
That's why I
Oh.
started thinking about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Frankly,
Same
I until
building?
we sat down.
Different building.
All I'm
Okay.
saying is, Mel's my best friend, just saying.
That's it.
Yes,
Back
That's
up.
all I got to say.
absolutely.
Yeah. But no, I don't think I made him. He didn't make me. We grew up together.
together.
We definitely made each other a certain way just because we were super young. I was like 15, 16. So, yeah, no. He didn't
Oh, I
make
thought
me.
so.
I didn't make him. We
You grew together.
inspired each other in certain things, and that's just how it was and is. So, for me to say like, oh, I made him who he is, I definitely aspired him for certain things because maybe if I wasn't there, his life would have ended up completely different.
Smidge different.
So me, I probably would have been in the military because of my father. So just
Yeah. I feel like I said the same thing. We grew together and then grew apart.
right. I agree.
Like that's just what it
Yeah, because
was.
y'all started out so y'all are. Everyone's a different person from teens to 20s
Right.
to 30s. You're
And
just
you
not gonna
should be.
You're
Because
not.
if you're the
If
same
I was the same
person,
girl
forget
at
it.
17, I'm lost motherfucking cause. Like,
Oh my God.
right.
If you
Right.
peaked at 17,
that's it.
sorry.
This
Yeah.
is it. This is the end.
Everyone that was older was saying, you're a completely different person. You're probably not going to end up being together. And my dumb ass didn't want to listen.
Yeah, bro, we're gonna gonna be together forever.
Right. I mean, mind you, it has
And we really
happened.
felt that way.
Right. It has happened. You see couples out there that have been with their high school sweethearts. Fantastic. It's an exception to every rule. We weren't the exception.
No, we were not.
I tried to be.
We tried to be.
And my dumb ass.
Well, in the
Waste of
moment,
time.
you believe it,
You
right?
believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we loved them, but more than they loved us.
Exactly. Ties right back in.
That's it.
These new buttons.
Thankfully, I never had a guy had the audacity to say that he fucking made me. Cause now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever been dumped.
Samesies.
Yeah, I've never been broken up with, but all the men that I've broken up with were basically heartbroken and crushed. So, because I'm fabulous.
I know somebody in production asked me how many hearts I've broken. And I really was thinking like,
darling, there's a boulevard full of heartbreak.
or how many times I've gotten my heart broken. And I was like, I don't really recall. I think I'll say his name, Fred. I think Fred was the first person to break my heart. And then after that, I just had a guard up. But yeah.
Yeah, and even though I broke up with Liar Liar Pants on Fire, I did consider going back, and by then he was already dating someone else, and that was the heartbreak. That was like, oh my God, he already found somebody else. He didn't wait for me, and that tore me apart. And then I talked to one of his friends, and they cemented it for me and said, "Jay, he's happy." I said, "Without me, he's happy?
How dare you?"
Woo, child, the depression, the weight loss. I was on a Snickers and Pepsi diet, and
how you ate Snickers and Pepsi and you was like skinny?
I was smoke weed, eat Snickers, and drink Pepsi. That's it.
Go to Olympia's every
All I'm saying, how hungry
In your early 20s, you could do shit like that.
How hungry I am, I want some Snickers and Pepsi right now.
And with that, thank you for joining us on the Boujie podcast.
We'll be talking all about health next week.
Right. Healthy snacks, healthy habits.
All right.
Yeah. Wow.
This was fun.
This was
This was
fun.
a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
this was
Thank
good.
you guys.
I could talk all night, but
Yes, it's a lot of fun. So we have to
We
think
gotta
of
bring 'em
topics
back.
to bring you back.
Bring 'em
Yeah.
back.
yeah.
You guys were good. Good
Thank you.
co-hosts.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, and congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Podcast. I can't wait till everybody gets to hear everything.
Yes, I'm excited.
So great.
This is one episode I'm not gonna watch because I'm on it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it because I'm narcissistic. That
Exactly. Let me look at myself.
I'm gonna cringe every time I speak.
Well, good thing for you, Jamie spoke most of the time.
Y'all made this on my podcast.
Hello.
Bitter.
Welcome.
Bitter podcast.
Basic, bougie, and bitter.
Featuring bitter.
Listen, we can have you as a regular. We never know where this is going to go.
Oh man.
So that's a wrap.
Yeah.
And we're done with 2/3.
Yes. All right. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week.
See you next week.